Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the three-phase fat loss system explained. If you're watching this, you either responded to a story of mine or you just pulled up to this on YouTube and want to know how the three-phase fat loss system works. So I want to get to the point here. So here's what we're going to cover. Okay, first things first, right? Why are you stuck? Awareness is everything. I want you to understand why you aren't able to see predictable results. Okay. Then I want to go over the three-phase fat loss system, which is why you're here, but why you're stuck matters. And then I want to go over some client testimonials, what my current clients have said about my one-on-one coaching, and then also some client transformations using the three-phase fat loss system. So welcome to the video. My name is Coach Nick Priola with 5280 Training. Super happy to have you here. All right, so let's get into it. Here's why you are stuck. Plain and simple, right? You can see my cursor here. You are stuck because you do not know what you are doing. And I say this with all due respect. I was in the same position as you for a very long time, and I thought I knew what I was doing. I just did what the internet told me, and it didn't work ever. Okay, the keto, the intermittent fasting, crash dieting, yo-yo dieting. I'd have phases where I lost 10, 15 pounds and I was really happy. And then I went back to my normal habits and I gained it all back. I was gaining and losing the same 15, 20 pounds for a very long time. Okay, so the sooner you come to terms with the fact that you don't know what you're doing, that's when you are going to start to see some amazing things happen. So self-awareness is really important. So coming to terms with, and here's some examples, right, of why you're stuck. So, and this is, I have conversations with a lot of women, and these are typically the responses I get, right? So if you're simply eating less and doing more, which is what diet culture and the internet says, you're going to get stuck, okay? That's just kind of a general way. Eat less carbs, more protein, do more cardio, right? You're going to get stuck because at some point you're going to plateau. Adaptations happen, your body changes, and then you just don't know where to go from there, right? And you get exhausted of what you're doing. You want to eat good foods again, so you just gain it all back, right? So number two, if you're doing keto, you're probably going to gain the weight back and be stuck. Once again, guys, keto is one of the hardest diets to follow because you're basically taking a whole macronutrient out. Now, macronutrients, right? Protein, carbs, and fats. If you go no carb, you're literally taking a whole macronutrient out. You're bound to be in a calorie deficit at that rate. Fats slow down your digestion. You're not going to be as hungry. So that's why people see so much success on keto, but you can't avoid carbs forever. You're going to gain it back. I've never seen somebody maintain keto in the long run. I've never seen it. Literally, I haven't. Number three, if you have no idea why you are gaining, losing, or staying the same weight, you're going to stay stuck. If you don't know why you're doing what you're doing or why it is working or why it's not working, you're going to be stuck. And I have this conversation with so many people when I'm on a call with them. It's like, okay, cool. You've lost 5 pounds. Why is that? Or, hey, you've gained 10 pounds in the last month or two. Why is that? What about that? Like, can you give me an explanation? Most of the time it's a no. If you're watching this video and something has happened with your weight and you have no answer for it, except for, maybe it's because I ate this Snickers bar, or maybe it's because I'm eating too many carbs, that's just not a good answer. And it's not going to give you clarity on where you need to go. Okay. So number 4, right? If you give up after going off plan for one night, you're going to stay stuck. That's why having structure, having guidance is so freaking important. Okay. You can't give up just because you have one night that you enjoy. And that's why structure, right? All of my clients, 6 out of 7 days, you're going to nail your macros. One untracked day, enjoy yourself, right? You have to be consistent so you can enjoy those times going out. I'll tell you this, right? I've been on my own fitness journey. I hired my coach 4 years ago, and I'm still very on my game, right? I still go out. I still go and drink. I still like to have a life. But I know where I need to go back to in order to be on my plan and not lose everything, right? Because here's the thing. Most people, when they go off, they're like, oh, I'm going to lose it all. They see the scale go up, and so it's just this one, it's just you give up, right? So it's like F it. I messed up. Now I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole of, 20 pounds later, it's like, man, that one day, if I just went back on track and knew where I needed to go, it would have been different, right? So if you don't have a structure to lean on, you're going to be stuck. 100%. Going off plan, I consider that being on plan, right? I consider that having a plan part of the structure, right? Giving yourself some moments to not obsess, have a structure, no need to stress if you enjoy life. Life is so important. And so many people in their fitness journey and their weight loss journey think that you have to completely cut out the best parts of your life. And that's not true. So these are some things that are keeping you stuck. How to get unstuck. And I kept it very simple because this is literally what I do with all my clients, one-on-one coaching. Okay. Track your macros, reverse diet, fat loss phase, rinse and repeat. It's that simple. Okay. So now I'm going to go into the 3-phase fat loss system. Okay. And I'm going to try to keep this quick. So we have here starting point. Okay. Listen, if you want to go do this on your own, this is going to give you a complete guideline on how to do that. So we need to find your starting point. So we start off by reverse dieting. Find your starting calories. And this is how I do it. You find your maintenance on a macro calculator. Go to tdeecalculator.net. Okay. I put a link here. Go and input your stats and make it a light level of activity. No matter how active you are, just do light level. Take 300 calories away from that and then break it down into a macro. This is just a general guideline, guys, if you want to do it on your own. Everybody's body is different. Lean body mass is important. And so that's kind of what I calculate on my end with my clients. But even just a general guideline of 30% protein, 40% carbs, and 30 fats is going to get you where you need to be. Train 3 to 5 times per week, 10 to 15 sets per muscle group per week, right? And keep those days of training consistent. Don't do 3 to 5 days. Don't do 4 to 6. Pick one set of days, stick to it. If you have to miss a day, fine. You don't need to make it up. Just go back, restart the week. You're going to be fine. And then these blue marks are just some notes, right? 85% weekly macro compliance is mandatory. Okay. You don't need to be perfect. 85-15 rule. Okay. So 85% is 6 out of 7 days crushing your macros within 5 to 7 plus or minus. Here's the thing. You need to keep track of your body weight daily. Put it in your notes, right? In our 5280 training app, we have a whole way to keep track. It's in your calendar. Very simple. But if you're on your own, make sure you keep track of the body weight. It's going to be really good metrics for you to know what's happening to your body. I can tell what's happening with a client of mine just by looking at the scale. The scale ain't shit. That's a big motto that we have, but it's a good data point. Progress photos every single Sunday. So one time a week, take your progress photos. You need to take your starting point photos. So then we go into phase 1. All right. Reverse dieting into your true maintenance. So this is phase 1 of the 3-phase fat loss system, right? This is your starting point. Now what you do is take that starting point. You got to be consistent. Okay. 85%. So once you're 85% consistent for 2 weeks, right? Increase 100 calories. Every 2 weeks of 85% or more compliance, you increase 100 calories. Okay. You keep your protein the same and you increase mainly from carbs and fats. Keep increasing every 2 weeks until you notice an abnormal trend up in the scale, at least a week of data of it, okay? Just because you have one fluctuation doesn't mean that you're in a maintenance or small surplus, right? So once you notice the trend up, this means that you're basically at your true maintenance or slightly above, right? You're not going to put on 5 pounds in 1 week. It's very, very, very hard to do that. So once you get to that point, and you're going to be increasing about 500 to 600 calories, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to be losing body fat, putting on muscle in this process. Here's some notes to keep in mind during this reverse diet phase. Scale fluctuations are normal. Stay the course, right? Most people, when they see a fluctuation in the scale, they go and cut 600 calories because they're emotionally attached to the scale. Very normal. Stay the course. Scale should be trending down or at least staying the same. If the scale stays the same, you are okay. 85% of my clients, the scale stays the same. 15% of them, it just drops right away and boom, levels out, stays the same. But your body can be changing so much and the scale be staying the same. That's why you need to take your photos. Don't jump the gun going into a fat loss phase too early. Make sure you are at your true maintenance. Okay. So to make compliance easier, this is just a general guideline. You should be plus or minus 5 of each macro each day. Okay. That's considered a check mark of a day. 6 out of 7 of those. Do not cheat yourself. Also, you can eat whatever food you want as long as it fits your macros. Like, you don't need to cut anything out. Your macro balance, eat whatever. I eat Rice Krispies, literally Reese's. I eat everything. I go to the movie theater. I track my candy. I do whatever. Go eat a donut, but track it. It's that simple. All of my clients lose weight and eat donuts. It's an actual thing. Here's phase 2, guys, and this is going to be the fat loss phase. So once you get to your true maintenance, okay, you are going to cut 400 calories from carbs and fats. Protein stays the same. You're going to add incline cardio. Let's just start with a 12% incline at 2.5 speed. Start at 15 minutes. You can make it more intense if you want, okay? If you want to make it more intense, keep it consistent. The more intense and maintainable, the more calories you're going to burn, which is good. Once you plateau for 2 weeks, right, you now have 2 variables to play with: food and cardio. Okay, so you're going to cut the 400, you're going to lose weight, right? But then it's going to plateau. You can change your food a little bit lower, or you can add cardio, whichever one is easier for you into your life. All right, so keep chipping away those variables until extreme diet fatigue sets in, right? In diet fatigue, you're constantly tired, you can't sleep, you're obsessing with food, etc., right? That's when you know, hey, I should go into phase 3. A couple of notes during phase 2, right? 0.5 to 1 pound per week is ideal. Scale fluctuations are normal. Stay the course. Being hungry is normal. Hungry is normal. Make sure you eat some voluminous foods. The more hungry you get in a dedicated fat loss phase, the leaner you're getting. Steps are important. Always keep track. Once again, keep steps precise in a fat loss phase. If you've been averaging 5 to 7 in a reverse diet phase, that's a third variable you can really periodize in your fat loss phase. Is, let's say you were consistently doing 7K steps in your reverse diet phase, and then you go into the fat loss phase and you consistently hit 10,000 steps, right? You are literally going to create that much more fat loss. Once that plateaus, you go to 11K. It's just another variable you can change. I hope that makes sense. Phase 3, right? You are going to reverse diet back into your maintenance. Okay, you have to, the world doesn't have a losing weight problem, it's a gaining weight back. So we have to slowly increase your calories by 100 every 2 weeks, okay, upon your compliance, 85%, right? Slowly decrease cardio until you're close to no cardio. Continue to hit your steps. You also want to decrease those over time. You're going to gain back body fat percentage when you're in a reverse diet phase. It's impossible to stay absolutely shredded or at least as lean as you were. It depends on body fat, right? But expect to gain some weight back. 5 to 10% of that body fat, 5 to 10 pounds, right? But your composition is going to be much different, okay? Rinse and repeat, guys. Rinse and repeat. So go back, play this over, slow it down if you need. I'm trying to make this video quick, to the point, but this is how I have helped 350 plus women lose 20 plus pounds, enjoy their food, not go crazy, and basically create a sustainable diet that will last them forever. Okay. So I'm going to really quick just show some just client testimonials, right? This is my client Justine saying that this program is 100% worth the investment. Carla, she mentioned, I can't wait for more food. I'm loving this program so much. I've never had a program where I looked forward to eating my meals and actually enjoyed my workouts. You are beyond the best coach I've worked with. I appreciate you tons and thank you. I mean, dude, it's just every time I read it, it makes me feel really good because I do care so much. And this is important to me based off of what I've went through. And I do have another video that kind of goes through what I went through, but this is my client, Melissa, who's seen massive changes. She was someone who struggled emotionally with her attachment with the scale. The scale hasn't changed much, but look at her body recomposition. We haven't even gone into a fat loss phase yet. This is my client, Britt. Massive transformation. We're increasing food, glutes are growing, and the waist is getting tighter, right? This is my client, Lindsay. She was postpartum when she came to me. Reverse dieted her up to 2,200 calories. Okay. This is Nicole. We increased her food. It helped her metabolism. And now, and then she hit her newest low, 118, after increasing her food. It's insane. It happens with many, many, many people. I'll be honest with you. Don't know who, I believe this was Liana, but when the jeans you bought 2 months ago are big on your waist, actually pro and con, because now she needs new jeans. Carly. I actually think this might be Carly. This one over here. Carly feels the best she's ever felt about her physical appearance. Carly has made a massive transformation, as you can see here, reverse dieting, and I'll show you kind of the calories after this. Tiffany, new lows all the time, 11.2 pounds down. She was an avid restrictive dieter, eating around 1,000 calories, wouldn't go out, tracked everything to a T, and she's 11.2 pounds down by building her metabolism up, right? And this is a previous client, Lauren, who graduated. She said, that was fire. This team amazes me more and more every single day. The community aspect of our team is just really important. I'm going to do a couple more just so you guys obviously get the point. There's a lot. I get really encouraging texts all the time. This is my client, Randy. She said, I will continue to promote because I truly believe in this program. You've changed my life, dude. I mean, that's why I'm here. Courtney woke up in the 160s, crazy, increased her food, reverse diet, three-phase fat loss system. Cameron hasn't been in the 160s for a long time. She sent me a photo of this. Maria, no one else has ever given me a full workout plan, been willing to change up exercises to fit my needs, or been so in tune with my macros to see what my body needs. Everyone else just gives generic info, not catered to each individual. Laura, also, I'll be working out from home. Feedback on my communication with her. My clients matter. This is my life. This is what I do. You guys get the point, right? There's a lot here. I'm not trying to have this be an insanely long video. And then once again, just like the reverse diet fat loss, the three-phase fat loss system, Carly went from 17 to 2,300, and then we went into a fat loss phase, right? Randy, 16 to 22, Cameron, 16 to 23, Destiny, 1,800 to 2,400, and we went through 2 fat loss phases. We got her pretty freaking lean. Nicole, she was eating, literally when we first started eating, she was eating 900 calories. We increased her food, her waist stayed snatched, and her glutes also grew. Courtney, 17 to 21, and then a fat loss phase. Brittany, the one who has the glutes who have really grown, started at 1,700. Now we're at 1,900 and going up from there. So guys, I really quick just wanted you to have this 3-phase fat loss system at your disposal. Please look this over, watch it over and over again so you understand. You can do this on your own, guys. It is a lot easier to have someone look over and tell you what to do, and help you with that emotional dependence to the scale, to food, to how you feel, because I can't tell you how many times my clients have said, yo, the scale's not moving, and then I'm like, hey, go look at the photos. And it's a massive change, and they're like, holy shit, this is insane. I can't tell you how many people are shocked that they can eat donuts and still hit their macros. Building a relationship with food, guys, is so important, and this 3-phase fat loss system is going to help you. So yeah, guys, if you were watching this, I appreciate you sticking through the whole thing. If you want to see what 5280 training is about, book a call with me below, and we'll see if we make a good fit to work together, guys. I love taking on women who are ready to work, who are ready to track their macros, reverse diet, and work hard in the gym. Okay, so it's that simple. I believe in simplicity. So guys, what we say at 5280 Training is reach new heights. I appreciate you showing up to this video. Be ready to have a great conversation if you decide to book a call. I'm excited to see if we make a good fit. All right, peace.